Yeah, that's really, really very instructive. I mean, we can't say it any better than this, you know. Um, we're moving on to Real Madrid's rise under Xabi Alonso. I mean, we're talking what he's doing right now. I think Madrid are cooking under Alonso. There seems to be some sort of a new shape. If you look at their gameplay, they've gone, I think they've transcended the Carlo Ancelotti era. Now they're playing a 3-5-2, control through Bellingham, Trameni, Valverde. They're playing well with the ball, off the ball as well. Gonzalo Garcia, a young player, 2 goals in 3 games. They're calling him the new Morata with finishing, exceptional Morata. They are disciplined. They are efficient. They are hungry. You see it from in the way they play. At Gula as well. These young players. What do you think? What do you think about this? Let's start with Tema. How do you see this new Real Madrid?
Well, Madrid would always be Madrid. We all know what to expect from Madrid, and we expect wonderful football. We expect the best really from Madrid. So it's not a surprise that they've kicked on with Alonso. And I was wondering why they had to pay £10 million for Trent rather than wait till after the competition and get him for free. But I can see why. I can see why they had to pay that money, because you can see he's really integrating into the team, and he's doing a very good job. And Bellingham is doing his thing as well. So and if you look in this competition, they've not really relied
Yeah.
on Mbappe as well, because he's been out. So, but there's no surprise. There's no surprise from me. It's what uh they are doing what is expected. I just hope I hope that Dortmund can upset them tonight.
Like
So
some sort of
I hope
payback
Dortmund can
for
upset
what
them
happened in the
tonight.
Champions League. Yeah.
Yes, but Alonso is a brilliant manager. He's proven himself. You can't go unbeaten in German league by mistake. So it's they are going to be tough this season, and also give I think he's going to show a lot of faith in the young players like Gola. Ancelotti
Mm,
didn't really trust
yeah.
Gola and Endrick, but I think Alonso is trying to push Rodrigo out of the team,
Yeah.
the way I'm seeing it, and Gola is going to benefit from that. So and Gola is a very, very good player. It's a wonderful talent. He can cross, can shoot, he can dribble, he can go in between players, he can come from behind. He does everything very well. So I think Real Madrid is going to be like
No.
a force this season, especially with Trent, because those killer balls that he gives, Mbappe is going to benefit a lot, Vinicius as well. So it's no surprise. It's no surprise from me at what they are doing. I just hope
Yeah.
that
Oh, great,
Dortmund
great.
upsets them too.
Yeah. What do you think, Isibor, about the new Madrid revolution? Uh,
Um, I think, as Tema had said, this you can't really argue about a team like Real Madrid. You can't write them off. The day you write them off is the day you feel sorry for writing them off, because they've showed you time and time again that they can come from nowhere and dominate world football. So what they're doing now in terms of the way the team is being reorganized is actually very good. Um, the new coaches come in. They haven't lost any game so far. They had a bit of a wobble at the tournament when they
yeah,
played
yeah,
Al
Kind of
Hilal.
hard. Yeah.
Yes. You would expect that, especially for a first game where the coach is still trying to understand the team and trying to put everyone make
And they
them
were unlucky.
that
They were
they
unlucky as well. They
yeah.
missed a
And they
penalty.
also missed a lot of chances as well. I mean, you can imagine this sort of team. They don't
yeah.
even Mbappe is not even playing. It's This is how scary they can be, and they've recruited well. Trent is actually the perfect fit for them. The young guy from the Premiership, Howson, he's playing wonderful football at Real Madrid. You see the way he plays his passes. He plays it through the lines and he gets it to the midfielders and to the front players. So that's very, very impressive. I don't know how they do this, but Real Madrid have been known to be very good when it comes to just saying, I want this player, and no one says no to Real Madrid. So once they want a player, a top quality player, it's
We
all
will
about
actually
trying
say
to
no
bed
to
them
Real
into the
Madrid.
system. Yeah, no one can say no to them. If you look at the Gonzalo Garcia now, who's obviously doing well, people have concerns about if he will be a regular. He can't be a regular. You can't be a regular at that age at Real Madrid. So no matter how good he is, in terms of the performances he's given in the tournament, I think all he needs is the coach to keep on trusting him, just being there to guide him, and obviously the players around him will definitely nurture him. There's lots of leaders in this team. Rudiger, Valverde. These are proven champions winners. Bellingham, Vinicius. So it's filled with very, very professional world beaters. So I think he's in the right club. I think he would do well if given the opportunity. But with Real Madrid, you just have to be patient and make the best use of the football time you have. And credit to him, he's actually done so well. I'm not sure about the tag where you say the new Morata, because the Morata I know about, I don't know. Sometimes I get PTSD when I hear that name Morata. So when they call him the new Morata, I don't know if that's a good thing.
I was going to say
Yeah,
something
because
about that too. I
because the
forgot.
Morata I
He
remember,
doesn't.
Yeah,
He
he doesn't
doesn't
want
want
that
to be
tag.
called
I'm not sure he
Morata.
wants that
I,
tag.
I think if anyone is actually telling him to refer to himself as Morata, he needs to obviously dismiss that. Morata has obviously shown us, especially Chelsea fans, how inconsistent he is. Sometimes
Frustrating player.
you have these patches where he's actually good, but then most of the time he's just very, very, very upsetting. He the way he handles his football, he gets easily frustrated, and you can tell from the way he plays. So but I think he's in good hands. I mean, who knows? The fact you're playing very well for Real Madrid, this is no surprise, because other things can actually come for him, Garcia. So I think even if he doesn't really play regular football at Real Madrid, I'm sure there's a lot of good sides out there who would obviously do well with him. So credit to him. I think Alonso is going to do well at Real Madrid. Barcelona is actually very good, so I don't know how that would look like. It's going to be a very, very intense matchup between the two teams next season in La Liga. But that's why we watch football, so we wait and
Yeah.
see how
Thank you
things
very
go.
much,
Yeah.
Isibor. Yeah, I think we've just been joined by Kunle, the super Barcelona fan. Welcome, Kunle.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure being a part of the panelists
Yeah.
today, being a part of
Great,
the
great.
Rambler podcast, and I just got the inside giving.
Yeah. We've been
the current
we've been having a
Real Madrid
very
team.
robust
And
conversation.
also
I mean,
about that
we've x-rayed a lot of issues, from the Club World Cup, Chelsea, Real Madrid. Just to bring you into the conversation, what do you think your arch rivals, your arch enemies, Real Madrid? We were just discussing about them. What do you think about the new Alonso revolution, if I put it that way?
um, I must confess, it's going to be a real tough season. Having a look at the formation they play right now, the quality of the players they've got, the new additions, it's given them the chance to play different brand of football from what Madrid have played up until now. Having right and left backs being able to go forward, three central backs with somebody dropping to the defense as well. And I saw the formation in their last, and I was like, then we have to be prepared for this new season. It's not going to be like always. They have more attacking options now, more variations, and I think they'll score more goals. And it's going to be a really interesting season. I think they will be at par with us this season. I'm not going to try it so well, thinking we're not going to be able to match them. But seeing the team on paper right now, the formation, you can know that they set for business.
Great take. I mean, come to think of what Madrid is doing right now, and looking at what your star boy Lamine Yamal is doing is being in the news for the wrong reasons. What do you think? What's going on with him? He seems to be too over the moon about his recent rise to fame. I don't know. What's your take?
Yeah, that's also one thing that I feel disheartened actually saying that he's been in the news for the wrong reasons. But it's enjoyable seeing him play. I saw him play as a kid. Most of these guys I saw them play when they were young, Balde and Sufati and the likes. I saw them. I didn't go to La Masia very well, just to work from my home. So they were not strangers to me. But seeing that the guy does not have his feet grounded right now, and it's a source of concern. And that might hinder his progress. Look at the likes of Messi. Messi never got into the news for the bad reason of this sort. But Lamine Yamal in just 1 month, 2 bad notices, and that alone, not just the notice will be a distraction on his performance, and if he's got bad PR as well, it will be something that will bother him, bother the team, affect his performances definitely. And
Well,
I don't know.
I disagree.
They have to look at his settings, those around him, the friends he keeps, the parenting, the style of parenting as well, if they have a say in his life, just to help him keep him grounded, keep him grounded. I think that's what he needs right now.
Well, I disagree though. I think you guys are being too harsh. Really, he's a young man.
Yeah.
He just signed a new
So
contract.
he needs to celebrate it in style.
The world is at his Yeah, he needs to celebrate. They should leave. Well, what were the bad the not so good news? He went on holiday with a 30-year-old woman.
Being a minor.
Well, he's 18. He's 18.
Not yet. Maybe today or tomorrow he will be.
Yeah, he's
not 18. He's not 18 yet. He's not 18 yet. So
well, okay. He's almost 18. He's 17. In Barcelona or in Spain, I think the age of consent is 16, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yes,
it is. Yes, it is. So yeah, so we are being too harsh on let the guy live.
But that still doesn't make him an adult. The other adults should know better.
No,
not just one person.
I agree with that, but
two.
I agree with that, but I think we are just being too harsh on him. He's just enjoying himself. He went to Brazil to holiday with Neymar, and he's having a nice time. And he's back now with his friends. I don't even know where they are now. I was following his post earlier, but I don't know where he's now currently.
He's back in Barcelona now because they just unveiled the new jersey last week.
But the boy, he's. I think his mind is in the right place, because there was something he did that really impressed me, that really showed me his character. When he signed his new contract, he said he did not want any photos taken or any media without his grandmother being present. That is someone who has his head on. He might be someone who likes to enjoy life. He has a bit of the Ronaldinho trait in him, but he's just a young guy. I think we shouldn't be too harsh on him. Let's just let him enjoy a little. And also, we always complain that footballers don't have personalities, that they are like robots. And then when we see someone with a bit of personality, we try to criticize them. So I think we should lay off the guy let him enjoy life. He's a young man. He does his talking on the pitch. He has done it several times.
Yeah.
I love the boy. He comes out in the press and he talks shit, and then he goes on the pitch and he backs it up. Yeah. So let's let his football do the talking. It's too early. It's too early to start putting that pressure on him. Let him enjoy.
But the thing is, we're only expressing our fears about what might be possible, what might hinder. Until you face to deliver on the stage and lives up to the hype, that's when we'll start being bothered. Looks at likes of, there are players who we thought would go far, but in discipline, let the star didn't shine. It's set at dawn or at noon. And we don't want it to be like that. Yeah, there is expectation. The hype is just too much, but we just want him to have his feet grounded. Well, I think what should happen,
like like you rightly said, his team around him should do more to insulate him
Yeah. Yeah,
from.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And I think the parents are setting right now. I think the parents
Uh,
are separated actually. Parents are
Yes,
separated.
that's a problem.
So
That's a
it's in
problem.
between the mother and the father. And I
And
think the grandmother
his
played a
dad
role.
looks like a guy man, like party,
I think
Who?
I
a
think
party guy.
he
Lamine
comes from a
Yamal.
young family.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a kid to think about it. And
yeah. His
Have
dad
you seen his TikToks
is
with
a
his dad?
his dad looks like a river as well. So
so
yeah, so he can't. I'm not sure he will get that guidance from his dad. I think he needs. I think
That's the thing.
his agents. I think his agents, they need to
Um,
create a team
the agent
around
I
can
him.
really
think
not do much in this
I
case
think he needs
Yeah.
because they
I
can
think
be
he
there
needs a
day in, day out.
management team, a well composed management team. Whoever is going to take
Yeah,
that decision
yeah.
to put that team together. I mean, I don't know who it would be. If it's going to be his mother or his father, whoever,
Definitely
somebody
not the
has
dad.
to take that decision.
Or the stepdad. I think he's
Yeah.
close to his
Yeah.
stepdad as well.
Isibor, what do you
Yeah.
think about? What do you think? Let's get your
One of
take here.
what I think I agree with Tema. I think he's a very young player, and this is obviously what you call youthful exuberance. Yeah, so he has a lot of years ahead of him, and he's only just behaving like a kid. Like the panel have said, I think it's very important that he stays grounded, especially the people around him trying to guide him, and direct him. It comes with the job. He's a world footballer. He's a famous footballer. Despite being at a young age, you go through a lot of scrutiny. You can't be a footballer and performing at that level and not go through lots of scrutiny. So I don't think there's any way he would not get some level of criticisms, wherever it's justified or not. But I think his team needs to obviously put an arm around him and obviously guide him, so to speak. I think the better he might be the better he would obviously, in terms of his football, it would be better if he's able to try to just focus on football and not look at all the noise, because I think this is all just noise. I mean, he's a young guy, and as much as I think the lady is the one who has more questionable character in this, not him.
Lady's
I
a
mean,
porn star. One of them was a porn star.
yeah, why
Wow.
would a lady even do
Yeah.
this? These are the questions you have to
Wow.
obviously think about. These days we look at this and we say, oh, he's the footballer, he should know better. How old is he? We're talking about a 30-year-old lady who should know better, but I mean, and this is what they do. It's not really good for the game. I can only hope that he has the right team around him to guide him,
Yeah.
and I think he'll be fine.
What
He'll
I
be
think
fine.
is this. I mean, Yamal isn't doing anything different from what a kid his age with some cash will do. The only difference is he's in the spotlight. Wherever he goes, he has the paparazzis around him. He's not doing anything different from what kids that age will do. I don't I don't blame him so much, but they just need to find a way to shield him a bit, make sure a lot of these things don't get to the press.
It
Yeah,
needs
a lot of these
it
things
needs
don't get to the
management. Messi was never in this
press. Yeah, of
type of
course.
bad press. Was
But
never
but
there.
then again,
Never.
look at their beginnings. They have very different beginnings. Messi at 13 or
Yeah.
when he was brought from Buenos Aires, he was treated in Barcelona. He went through some sort of he was a troubled
Barcelona, yeah.
kid. Some sort of. So he only
Yeah.
had
And he had
football.
a
He only
family.
had football to
He had
rely on. And
a family.
yeah,
They had a
family.
very
Yeah. So,
close family.
so
Functional
yeah,
family,
good. Yeah.
so to say.
Yeah, this is really, really good take. Good take on on Yamal.
I hope he delivers
Yeah,
against this
hopefully.
season as well.
I mean,
I
talking
hope
of
he
his
delivers.
football, I don't think anybody can fit into the shoes of Messi right now, other than that boy. I mean,
No.
I see the way he wiggles past players, tight spaces. There's he gets to a point where you think, oh, I don't think he'll be able to pass free, and the next thing is off. Beats players one on one, good crossing, good passing. I mean, he's a gem. I don't know where in the world they got that boy from. He's a
It's
gem.
it's his
I think
mentality for me.
let's
It's
just
his
let it be
mentality at that age.
Lamine Yamal being Lamine Yamal and Messi being Messi. He might come
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in the past, we've hyped players from the academy.
Yeah.
Look at Ansu Fati, for instance. We struggled to find him a place to go play. Look at
Bojan,
Bojan, for instance. It became a globetrotter.
Yeah, true.
The career ended in early 30s. So I think the pressure, the comparison should be reduced as well, and just try to let him play football, let him grow.
Let him play his football, yeah.
Because if you try to compare to Messi, always the pressure will be. I'm scared for him now with the number 10 jersey. He's gonna be given the weight of that jersey.
It's too heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. I think it's one of what killed Ansu Fati. The weight of the jersey brought the expectation so high that it was as if he had to carry the team.
I hope the
When it
same
was
fate
just
doesn't
starting out.
befall Yamal. I mean, I really hope.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
Maybe the jersey would have been made to stay there for maybe in 2 years when he's 19 or 20. Yeah, because the comparison will always be there with Messi. The weight that I'm the star player of the team, I have to carry the team.
Yeah.
That would always be there. The press, life issues as well.
Yeah. Then again, I think even on the pitch, the players around him, they have a role to play. I mean, Lewandowski, and all those senior players, they need to actually, put him through the right paths, make sure they shield him, don't overexpose him, make sure always talk to him, make sure he's doing the right thing. They have a role to play as well, even on the pitch. I must say, yeah. So, yeah, thank you very much for that.
One thing is they doing their part, one thing is the kid.
Yeah,
Right
great,
to play.